Hello Gearspace, this is Holger Zapf from Doepfer, and I would like to give you a short overview on our new modules for this year. Let's begin with something familiar. This is the slim version of the A-124 Wasp Filter. It's the A-124-2. I think it needs no introduction. It's exactly the same circuit, it's just modified to be slimmer. It's just the build. The circuitry is exactly the same. Next up we have the A-124-2 dual multimode filter. It uses a different circuitry than all our other multimode filters. It is an application for the Curtis 3350. It can be used as a dual bandpass, a variable notch, or a variable bandpass filter. Of course, you can also use the two filters independently, but the controls suggest that it's meant to be used as a single channel unit. It's configured as a dual bandpass in parallel. If you don't change anything about the patch on the front, and this is what it does. The two filters have a common filter control, and you control the spacing from negative to positive by hand with the delta control, but also you can control it with an external control voltage. The first filter has a high pass output and a band pass output. The second one has a band pass and a low pass output. If you want to change anything about the configuration as it's normal, this can be done with all these sockets on the front. Then we have the successor to the A-117 digital noise, which is by now another 4 HP module. We did lose the 808 shift register sound oscillators because we found they didn't get much use. Instead we decided to add voltage control for the rate, and although you could imagine, this is what it does. Now you can control it with control voltage, video game noises, as to be expected. It also has a digital output for the noise, which means the negative part is removed, which is on the bottom socket. I think there's no need to demonstrate that. Yeah, that's the 117-2. Another addition is the A-165-2, which is a Digital Modifier. It's a logic module used to modify trigger and gate signals. So it has two inputs which can be inverted. You also have a flip-flop function. One mode is that you're using one input with a latching flip-flop, toggle flip-flop, so one trigger will get it up, the other one will get it down. The other one is a sequential version, which is one input is used to latch it up and the other one is used to release it. As to be expected, if there's a flip-flop, you can also divide the frequency by 2. Another functionality is to generate a pulse from a longer gate. So it's a utility module for sequencer setups and all that kind of stuff. And finally we have the A-124-9 as an addition to our bucket brigade delay series. We were not sure if we want to make it. It looks like we're going to do it because there is some interest. It can be used for 1 volt per octave control for tonal applications of K+strong synthesis. Before, the original high frequency oscillator, which is built into the modules, does not follow 1 volt per octave, but is more or less a linear range. This one makes it playable in a chromatic sense, tonally. So here it's used to control a 248 stage BBD to generate a melody which might be familiar to some of the older people around. We're using the new digital noise module to form the pinging sound. And the new dual filter to filter the ping. And we've got a multimode filter just for the feedback path. Yeah, and that's our news for today. Goodbye, Gearspace.